Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning, 5 days a week at 7 a.m. You all, it's been a wet, rainy week thus far. The beautiful part, it feels like I'm in Florida because if you're from Florida, like pre-COVID, it would be sunshine during a certain part of the day, then rain, and then you go back to just a little bit of sunshine or it's nighttime. So it always alternated like that when I was there as a kid. So that's what I'm saying. Way before, I've been told recently that sometimes it's just like spotty throughout the day now. So I don't know. But one thing about rain is that I have learned to appreciate it, which is crazy, right? I've become accustomed to waiting for the rainy days. Here's why. If you ever think about plants and other things of the sorts and what they need in order to grow, they need sun. Most importantly, they need water, right? The nutrients that we put in soil, it does help. But the main two ingredients is that light and that water. Now you have different type of plants who don't really need that much, who don't need water, light at all. But generally speaking, okay? And so growing up, I would be mad for rainy days. Don't get me wrong. I love playing in puddles. Still do to this day. I get sick a lot afterwards. But I've started to figure out the way to not get sick. But it's just the feeling of being able to splash in a puddle, right? That's fun and therapeutic for me. But to realize that I'm excited for rainy days now, it's crazy. I drove today to a psyche valve. Let's call it what it was. I got a second part coming up in God knows when, for my job. And that's because, when you move into a new position that deals with a little bit more harsher stuff, you got to have this done. But I was driving, and my drive was like an hour, 5 minutes. And I didn't notice it until like halfway through my drive that I was completely driving in total silence. That's what rainy days does for me. It brings me in, and it makes me think and get lost in thought and enjoy being in the silence. Usually people don't like being out and about in the rain, right? People don't know how to drive. The roads are slick. Gotta walk to and from stores or work or whatever. It's just a lot to deal with. But I'm okay with being in. Some people use that time to catch up on a book, clean, whatever the case may be. But let's think about it as ourselves, because we know what's going to happen outside. The trees are going to become a little bit greener. The flowers are going to bloom a little bit more. If you like me, your grass is going to grow drastically, dreading it. But what happens when I don't water my body? When I don't have a rain moment, right? One, you got to stay hydrated. That's important and key, because our body is made up of about 3/4 of water. Okay, just like the earth. Secondly, if I don't cry, have that water release from time to time, I'm holding back a lot of emotions that I should have been let go. Okay? And number 3, if you're not releasing urine on a regular basis, you might want to go see a doctor. That's a longer story for me, but that did happen to me. So water is still valuable to us in our body, as well as the world around us. Those rainy days are just as important as those sunny days. Sunny days, you can go out and about, do those outside chores, plant in that garden, whatever the case may be. But it's when you're able to sit inside, read that book, develop your personality and mental strength, listen to your favorite song, watch a movie with your kids, play some games. Whatever the case may be, it's that time to slow down, unwind, and refocus. Maybe that's the time you journal, right? Some people think you have to journal every day. Some people can't do daily things. Some people can only fit it in when they can. That's a perfect time. Sit down, do some journaling, write, sing, whatever it is that you do. Have an inside dance party, right? Clean that closet out that you've been meaning to for months now. Whatever it is, let that be a sign of cleansing and healing, and not one that is sad and frowned upon. Now, going back to that psyche eval that I mentioned, you guys, some of the questions that was being asked literally made me look at my life a little bit differently. It was like, I genuinely like being alone. I genuinely get down on myself when I'm alone. And I was like, dude, hold up, wait a minute. Like, people actually do that? We should start embracing being alone a little bit more and understanding that it is necessary for the things that we need to go through and process. Because if we don't take time to process the water, the nutrition, the fertilization, all of that was useless. Think about it. If the egg that you're about to eat did not fully process through the chicken it came from, let's just say you wouldn't eat it, okay? Let things go through the process. You're going through a process right now. We're in the transition phase. I haven't forgotten, baby. All right? So let's keep transitioning, but appreciate the water that you need in your life in order for that transition to go smoothly. You'll find out if you try to transition while using a bathroom and you haven't been hydrated, it's going to be a struggle. You already know what I mean. I ain't got to say it. But what I am going to say is that I do hope that you have a great day today. My name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning, and I will definitely be talking with you all tomorrow morning.